And it will be the Cathedral College getting us underway. That wonderful boot of Matua Brown. Now Emmaus with first bit of possession here. And we reflect on the matches that took part last week. Emmaus 18-10 over Shalom Catholic College. They got themselves quite a tidy little victory last week, Warren, and we look at the previous matchup between these two sides. Oh, we got to go back to round one where Emmaus win 24 points to 12, and I guess for schoolboys that'd be like dog years, wouldn't it?
Well, it is a couple of months ago, isn't it? But yeah, I guess that's long in the past. But nevertheless, if you're looking for confidence, if you're Emmaus, you'd look back to that win. As you say, 24-12 was a home game for Emmaus College there. That struck a blow for them early in the year. Then we come through to right now, and of course Cathedral College would be pretty confident after beating St Brendan's last week in their semi-final. That was second versus third on the ladder. St Brendan's went down 10 points to 8 in a controversial finish, but St Brendan's a renowned team, of course, and here are Emmaus right on the attack after that penalty early.
Yeah, they're looking good right up on the attacking front, out the back, charging through Carpenter. He got 2 against them in that round 1 match. Can he go and get some more in this grand final? Across the park they travel. Here is Hone. He was fantastic last week. The pass out wide. McMeekin just short. The older brother, his younger, just playing in the side that won their under-15 grand final about half an hour ago. Walker for the crossfield kick. The Chargers are there. Up high they go, but the ball will bounce and it'll be regathered by the Cathedral College.
Pretty good bomb across field, testing, but even though it found the ground on the bounce, a bit of relief there for the Cathedral College. Withstanding the early rush, it was a close thing with McMeekin on that far touchline.
Good to see you with Emmaus too. There's 3 sets of brothers that have played in the match, just finished, 3 playing now. Great to see that pipeline of players and the family trends at Emmaus as the Cathedral College get a brilliant line break on the far side and approach halfway.
Yeah, quick shift to the right. The second rower making the break down that right edge.
Take a moment, momentum slows here for the Cathedral College. Hop, skip and a jump for Bateman, gets it away, one of 2 Batemans. Now it's with Mackay on the far side, he'll be bumped down. They're up over the 30-metre line. Ball will turn over hands, and now it's back with Emmaus.
Very promising set. They made a lot of ground from their own end of the field. Broke the line a couple of times there. The Cathedral College with a strong start. Handing it over, though, on the last tackle.
That's definitely been a theme that I've noticed with the schoolboys this season, Warren. They get a bit hot under the bonnet and they sometimes go for those kicks a little sooner than you'd like them, but that's all part of the game and part of growing up playing great footy. Here we are now, Emmaus College. Harris up over, 35 metres out, looking to attack. Barnes sizes it up, goes to the left, but now the penalty against Cathedral.
Inside the 10 metres, and they were losing ground rapidly there. Only 2 or 3 play the balls, and Emmaus had gone from one end to the other. Sam Durkin started it with a first up a rush straight through the line, and the defence has got to get off its line a lot quicker than it has so far from both teams, and it's got to be more effective.
And there's big Tahiri Taurima getting busy as Emmaus look to build upon a good start here. The offload is clean away for Parr. Parr through the middle. He's got the sensible haircut up front. Party out the back as he's 2 metres away from the try line. Out to the right. Now it's with Walker. Walker, the pass away for Harris. He's been elusive. Has the halfback. Barnes, all the time in the world now. Goes for a snipe himself. Gets the hands free. Here it is with Carpenter. What can he build? Gets the offload away. Back for Parr. The safe carry with the big frame. Barnes again, working it across nicely. Attacking. 3 passes is on the menu, but it won't be enough to get them through. Hone. Here for Walker. He's been devastating. Has Walker been in 2023? Now out the back. Here it is with Hone again. The little kick through. It'll ricochet off a few sets of shins.
6 more tackles.
Head coach Mitch Smith, he'll be happy about that. Another set to attack and get on the scoreboard first. Barnes gets the pass away. Tarima loses it. Now they're going forward. The Cathedral College. Bateman.
Yeah, Bateman quick to pounce on that. And players in the sin bin here. 10 minutes in the sin bin for presume it was lying on the tackle player too long, but it seems a very early decision. It can't be a case of repeated infringements, and it's not a case of a try being a near thing. They were on the defensive, but the referee unless I don't know that anyone said anything. It's a big decision early in the game to send someone to the sin bin.
Well, Lockie Hooper, he was pleading his case, but didn't want to have a bar of it. So now the Cathedral College numerical advantage, Warren. They get to kickstart this set all the way down near halfway.
And the Cathedral College managing to stave off the efforts there of Emmaus to attack. And they got the 6 more tackles from the rebound kick as well. They held out.
Nice carry here from Lana. Emmaus, they're on thin ice. They're already down a player. They've got to watch themselves around the ruck. More good carries, 35 metres out. The Cathedral College looking to build here. Another good carry from Everingham, the young year 11er. Bateman. Zach Bateman, that is. 2 Batemans in this side today. Brown holds it up for a minute. They work it out wide, but Bevan Sibley can't hold on to it, and they're going to give possession away rather cheaply.
One of the positives out of the first few minutes of the game, both teams moving the ball confidently and crisply, moving it to space, getting it through the hands, making the defence move rather than just have an easy target. So the attack has been very confident from both teams. The defence through the middle of the field has been weak, but at either end they've been holding their line pretty strongly. So I guess a few pluses and minuses. Beautiful conditions here in Rockhampton for this grand final. Maybe in winter still technically, but there's a bit of spring about in the air. Just south of the Fitzroy here at Brown Park. Wonderful news, Warren, is that Brown Park into the year they'll be engaging in a $54 million renovation of the facility here. Obviously home of the Central Coast Capras and the Host Plus Cup, but big 2023, and I think the Jack Crow stand here on the western side where everyone's watching from, it's going to be getting a big revamp. I'd say everyone get online and have a look at it. It's exciting times for the city of Rockhampton. As a good carry for Emmaus. Jack Adams, they've got a couple of hulking bodies as Barnes goes forward. They're down a player, but you wouldn't know it. Here's Hone, passes it away again, looking to go wide, but it's going to be a hounding tackle from Elijah Mackay to shut them down 12 metres away, and the ball goes back to the Cathedral College. They've really got to try and make the most of this numerical advantage, Warren. They certainly have, and Elijah Mackay with a powerful tackle that roughed up his opponent who had the ball and then lost it. So good work from Elijah Mackay. But yeah, 13 on 12. Want to be at the other end attacking and making the most of that one-man advantage. I think Wayne Bennett will be happy to see one of his newly signed Dolphins projects coming through the ranks, playing some good footy here at the Dolphins Cup. As Brown gets unleashed again, the only player from Dolphin Cup who played for Queensland in the Australian Secondary Schools Rugby League over the holidays just past. Now Cathedral College flying down that right-hand side. Mackay gets the offload back inside. Charging through is Jack Biles. Gets another offload back. Brown's there. Can he finish the job? And Matua Brown, the superstar of North Queensland, gets this game off and running. Well, you only just finished mentioning his name, the fullback, a young star, Australian schoolboy and Queensland under-19. He began it and he finished it, and some good work in between from Jack Biles, who kept the rush downfield going, headed for the line as if he might get there himself when he was swung back from the line, offloaded out the back. And who was there again? Matua Brown. Mark him down, one to watch for the future. Well, the Cowboys, I believe they've got him signed to 2025. So they've put the investment in there and they've recognised it. But I have to say, it seems like they've backed a nice-looking pony. Yeah, I think they've backed a winner. To think that a player of his talent is worthy at this age, to sign him right through to 2025, that is a mark of their belief. And you mentioned that this ground is going to be developed. Of course, the Capras home ground, Central Queensland Capras, and there's 4 players both from Emmaus and 4 players from the Cathedral College in the Capra's under-18 Mal Meninga squad. And then there's also 4 of the Cathedral College players in the Capra's Cyril Connell under-16 squad. So shows the connection right through the Capras.
Well, also Mitch Smith, the coach of Emmaus, I believe he was the assistant coach of the Capras 21. It's just good to see that within this Dolphins Cup, it's managing to link a lot of, it's like a Venn diagram really, and this Dolphin Cup is working like a nice little centre point, and it's overlapping a lot of little local league communities here, making them more accessible, more experienced, and let's be honest, a little bit more cost effective for mum and dad when it comes to travels for the kids.
And quite a few of these players on either team would know each other well because of the connections.
And it'll be flags up for the Cathedral College. They take a 6-point lead here in the 11th minute.
So a very good start for the Cathedral College, probably going into the game as underdogs. Well, that was the claim from the coach beforehand, Coach Tony Martin. But there are a couple of players out of the Emmaus College team who you would certainly would be there on any other occasion. Bailey Mayland, their lock forward and captain, a Central Queensland Mal Meninga squad member. Chase Bales has been in the centres in the last couple of games, but he's out today.
Yeah, he was there last week.
And earlier in the season is when Finn Smallwood was in the centres. So a little bit of a shuffle in their starting lineup. We thought Samuel Lau was going to come into the centres, but instead it's Terrell Doyle. Okay, so we've just got word that the sin binning was for foul language.
Some cussing, Warren, some cussing.
Well, the referees are not going to tolerate bad language on the field directed at anyone, let alone them. So, yes, quick action taken.
And I guess also when we're looking at NRL clubs already investing time and resources into these players, I think there's a bit of an expectation too. They need to start conducting themselves as professionals, even if they're still in school, and they're the little things that will make and break good players.
Well, that is the expectation from the NRL, the QRL, from the Capras, from everyone, that these players behave themselves in the right manner with respect to the referee and to their opposition players as well. And to be honest, there was no reason to be blowing up that early in the game. Seriously?
No. It wasn't the 60th minute in the match last week, which we're not going to get into. But there it was for the Cathedral College. That set, they couldn't find their way downtown as Emmaus looked to split it wide open with Tyrell Doyle on the far side. And what a crowd has what a great crowd that has congregated here at Brown Park for this game. All the locals getting out some Tuesday afternoon footy. What more could you ask for? How about a thundering charge from Ben Lapetti? The strong middle forward with great footwork, and he rumbles it all the way into opposing territory. Now off the back, steaming onto it is Nylon. Here they are 10 metres away. Tidy times for Emmaus. They need to respond. Golden opportunity. Hone. Oh, and it's been intercepted. The Cathedral College. He's off and off to the races, but he's being pursued. Hone's coming back to clean up the pass that he misses. Strips it off one-on-one, and now it's going back towards the southern end of the park. He took some responsibility for his actions, Warren, and he managed to make it all right.
Well, yeah, the pass intercepted and a ride down the sideline, which looked like it was going to end up with a try.
Emmaus College here with possession now, other end of the field, the right end of the field. Pass away from Nylon. Works it hard out the back. Carpenter, great hands, gets it to Peckover. Peckover flies right over the top of Darkin. It'll be set complete. Now the Cathedral College. The shadows drawing long here at Brown Park as the sun begins to set. But the temperature of the game, it's still dialing up, Warren.
And a couple of changes made pretty quickly in this first half. In Joshua Nyland coming onto the field. And also, not Tyrell Doyle, but Benjamin Lapetti.
He was a sledgehammer for them last week in that semi-final, and he'll need to bring that kind of brutality this afternoon. Emmaus College want to stay competitive with Cathedral College. The Kingslayers, they downed St Brendan's last week, and that was, I think, a bit of well-timed play as
driving defence here, puts him over the sideline. Slade McMeekin was one of them in the tackle, the winger.
Right in the punters on the far side too. There's not much separating them from the field of play. Great to see all the school kids getting out and amongst it this afternoon.
Well, good timing. School's out, down to Round Park for the game.
Absolutely. Now, geographically, I can't remember which side of the Fitzroy these two teams come from, but I'm sure there'll be some south side, north side rivalry regardless, as Emmaus once again give it to Nylon, under 18 Capra squad member. Now and away, here it is with Barclay. Wonderful trot there from Logan Barclay. Late inclusion to the side today. Here it is with Walker. Walker can't best the tackle of Biles. So he shut down 10 metres away. Patience is going to be key. Nylon goes himself, sells the dummy to Barclay. They've still got a little bit of work to do here. They're a metre out. Barnes out the back. The little offload couldn't find the hands of Harrison. Now it's been scooped up and the Cathedral College is off and running. Francis Darkin.
Darkin was away, but referees called it back as it was knocked down and was knocked out of the hands of the Emmaus player by I don't know whether it was Darkin, but knocked forward, and so it's coming all the way back. He thought he was away.
He certainly did. He certainly did. 10 metres out here. Oh, Emmaus getting another bite of the cherry. A wonderful set, wonderful opportunity.
Yeah, great place to attack here. 10 metres out from a scrum.
We're a quarter of the match through as we see a nice little snipe here from Carpenter. And he builds a bridge right over the defence. And he'll put Emmaus College on the scoreboard. They're trailing by 2.
Well, Carpenter's done it all himself there. A little bit of handy footwork. Nice move in and away from a couple of tacklers. But always from a scrum. There's a bit of space there. It's a little bit hard to cover, particularly a fullback or someone with speed. And Carpenter too good there.
Try number 6 for Carpenter in 2023 in the Dolphin Cup. Shoots him way up the standings. He's probably going to be first in the competition for tries now. And then he hands it over to the competition leading point scorer, Mr. Isaac Walker, the skipper. Geez, last week Warren 1 try, got 3 conversions. Very important role he has within this side, but he's managed to amass 34 points across the season so far. And I dare say he's going to be eyeing off that nice 4-0 number by full time tonight if he can.
Yeah, well, we'll see how he goes here. This is very kickable, but you mentioned Carpenter. He's going at a try a game. Any backline player going to be pretty happy with that.
There'll be lots of interested parties watching these matches, having a look at the talent of tomorrow to see what's brewing, especially up in North Queensland. Lots of quality players have come from both of these schools. As we bring it back down now with Walker looking for his first conversion of the day. And the flags will be given. It's all tied up 6-all here in the Dolphin Cup Grand Final.
Yeah, I really think it's been a strong move from Mitchell Smith, the coach of Emmaus College, to bring 3 of his fresh players into the game after only about 13 minutes. Benjamin Lepetti, Logan Barclay, and particularly Joshua Nylon have really lifted the energy, lifted the momentum of the forwards, making plenty of ground, threatening the line repeatedly. As much as that scrum resulted from the knockdown, attempted intercept and almost a runaway by the winger Darkin.
I think you have to agree, Emmaus really weathered that storm. They had the player in the sin bin. They've dealt with being down on the field, and I think they dealt with that quite well. And I think the Cathedral College, they'll probably be disappointed they didn't get more in that time.
Well, they just didn't spend enough time at the other end of the field, did they? Made a couple of breaks, but yeah, it was really, you had the feeling Emmaus was still making ground towards the right-hand end of the field as we're watching it.
And it's these big bodies that are finding lots of space, getting past the advantage line, taking a few Cathedral College defenders for a ride as Durkin makes his way up. Sam Durkin scored a try against the Cathedral College back in round one as Walker puts his dancing shoes on and gets away from one, 30 metres out. They're attacking well. Now the crossfield kick. It's a little chip this time, but it's swallowed up whole by Toby Bateman. And now the Cathedral College, once again, Warren, common theme, starting a set inside that 10.
They have got to, when I'm talking about the Cathedral College, they have got to start covering the area just behind the ruck. The markers aren't working hard enough. Players are cutting back in. We saw Durkin do it. We saw Walker do it, cutting back in behind the ruck, and there's no one there. There's just space.
There's also been a level of physicality that the Emmaus are winning that battle at the moment. They've been far more fierce in the tackle zone. They're making good shots. I think the Cathedral College, they're going to have to lift here. It's grand finals, and if they don't win this one, there's no coming back next week. Their season will be over in this competition. So now the pass coming from Coomber, and they're going for that kick from halfway. It'll bounce nicely. As we see another healthy run here from Carpenter. He'll get about 20 metres for his effort. So Emmaus looking to make up some ground here as we come into the final 10 minutes of the first half. It's been gripping stuff. 6-all. Thanks for joining us here on Community TV as Barnes has a good little run from dummy half.
And again, straight up the middle.
Here it is with Carpenter. Strong carries. Seth Carpenter, he's really been impressing upon so many this season as a quick kick from Walker finds the defence, having to turn to receive it, and now Emmaus drive them back. It'll be the first tackle inside the 10 again for the Cathedral College.
That was a better kick from Walker. One or two of his chip kicks through into the corner have been taken on the full. That bounce made it difficult for Matua Brown, and now TCC get the penalty.
One thing that's been really noticeable between these two sides, Warren, it's the momentum around ruck time. Emmaus seem to be getting through their tackles, they're rucking, they're keeping that speed up. Cathedral College, they've been a little starty-stoppy, and I can't decide whether it's Emmaus doing a good job in defence or it's the Cathedral College not picking up the slack.
Well, I think it's the intent from Emmaus to get out of dummy half quickly, get a quick play the ball, dart out of there. But on the other hand, the Cathedral College need to just slow them down a little more without giving any penalties away.
Well, isn't that? That's the $1 million question.
It's easier said than done, but yeah, you've got to feel what the referee's allowing and not allowing, and don't go beyond it.
Not cussing.
And particularly if the referee is calling held, release straight away. Here's Brown.
He's away. For the Cathedral College, they need a spark. They need something to light them here. Some points going into half-time will be very handy as we see a nice carry there from Ernest Walker. Now on the right, Savage. Now the Cathedral College, they're still going forward, attacking. Looking to try and take the lead here. Over on the right-hand side, they offload it nicely to Sibley.
The referee hasn't awarded the try yet, has he? No, I think he's just short. He's just short.
They're coming back. Momentum once again broken. They're going to have to start again. 10 metres out. Out the back. Syrep, his first crossfield kick of the day. It's got some good weight. It's got a funny old bounce. And we're going to have to wait to see what the official call is on this one. Looks like it'll be a goal line dropout, though, for Emmaus.
Yeah, goal line dropout, juggled back in the corner there, and must have been just grounded by Emmaus. Pretty good bomb across field by Curtis Sayrup, the halfback.
6 minutes left here in the first. Cathedral College, Bateman offloads it. Hugh Everingham flies up into the tackle. Now they're lining up around the corner. Ernest Walker, couple of touches in consecutive sets for him. Coomber, cross park, hits Savage. Savage goes himself, beats the first up tackle of Hooper. Stuck in quicksand at the moment. Coomber gets it out. The pass from Syrep. Now they're out once more. Everingham gets his hands on it again. He's been busy in the last 5 minutes. Over to the short side, quick switch of play. Off and running is Syrep, but they read him like a book and shut him there. The Cathedral College trying to break this Emmaus defence. Another crossfield kick. Here they come, sprinting onto it. Players underneath it, but it is a brilliant take and a brilliant sprint off the mark coming in from Hayden Peckover. Wonderful stuff from the winger.
But you can see Hayden Peckover so good under the high ball. He plays AFL in the local A grade, and he demonstrated it there at the second attempt. I will say the first bomb wasn't so successful in his direction.
Now a couple of good charges forward, and they give it to the heavy hitters. Josh Nylon, front and centre. Adds a bit more pain to the defence as Hare comes onto it, and he's as quick as one as Emmaus are now 15 metres out. Here it is with Walker. A little bit of a bobble before Carpenter ends up with it. Offloads away tidily, and now they're sprinting away with Barclay. Oh no, it's Barclay! He's in! And Emmaus College looking to get the last points of this first half, and in quite fine fashion too.
Yeah, strong run, wasn't it, from Logan Barclay, one of the interchange players on for Emmaus who's made a difference to the game. They've been very strong, the bench for Emmaus. And Barclay just took them on, charged over the line. Strong work, because that all came from at the back there, that excellent bomb taken by Hayden Peckover to get them going. And from one end of the field to the other, which has tended to be the style of the game from Emmaus College. They're making so much ground.
So 24-12 is the scoreline after round one between these two teams. In the regular season, Emmaus, obviously they finished first. They had 4 victories, no losses, which was a great result for them. 32 positive points for the regular season. So they came in very strong favourites going into this one. And we look at the season that they've had, obviously last year. This is a bit of a rematch too, because they lost to the Cathedral College in the semi-final last year, 34 points to 10. So a bit of a grudge match here between these two. And I think right now, Emmaus College, I'm not sure what they've done in the last 12 months, but it's definitely starting to show some results.
Well, you never get a loss back, particularly in a semi-final, but nevertheless, there'll be some revenge if the Cathedral College, if Emmaus can win today, but we'll see.
And the conversion is successful. He's 2 from 2, and Emmaus retake the lead by 6.
So a seesawing game. It's certainly end-to-end. There's no doubt about that. And again, the positives for the Cathedral College they've been at the other end of the field. They've launched a couple of bombs. They've been able to apply some pressure to Emmaus. So I think that they'll be heartened by that. But to suddenly see Barclay charging under the post, or close to, that was a blow for them.
2 minutes and change left here in the first half. It's been a gripping match so far. Still another 30 coming up after the break, but there's an opportunity here.
Referee said it went backwards. I don't know that Walker was convinced himself.
Flip the coin. Doyle. Now Emmaus. Still a little bit much time for them to wind this clock down. It'll be the longest set ever. They'll want to get down to the other end of the park, get Cathedral starting from deep once again. As we'll see another great run here coming from Caleb Hare, one of the instigators of that last set that scored them a try. Now on the right, back to Nylon. Coke machine on legs. Is Josh Nylon out to the right-hand side. Barclay, the most recent try scorer, gets the offload. Oh, but it'll be knocked down there. It'll be a set again. And I joked that they might not be able to see the clock out, but a set again. I think they might just get there this time. Lepetti. Off the back, Barnes. Finds Nylon. Nylon winds up, but a sea of blue jerseys drown him out and stop him a metre shy. Out the back, Walker gets the pass back for Carpenter. Carpenter, he's a slippery character. Beats one, but he'll get tackled 5 metres out. 30 seconds left on the clock. Carpenter back to the mark, starts again. Barnes gives it away. Nylon, front and centre. This game dragging out. 15 seconds left. Left-hand side. Walker looks for the field. He won't get it, though.
Well, if it goes between the posts, it's a great move. Because he missed, it wasn't. They could have attacked further into that corner with a little bit of time left, but that is going to be half-time. 2 tries to 1. So they managed to hang on through that period of time, and they did, over the 30-minute half, score 2 good tries. First one to Carpenter and then to Barclay, remembering that Cathedral College scored first through Brown to make it 6-0 with Bateman's conversion, but then Carpenter and Barclay 2 tries for Emmaus as the half went on.
And we are off and running here for the final 30. We will find out who will be crowned Dolphin Cup champions and get to keep on this marvellous progression in this national schools competition in the weeks and months to come. And what a game it's been, Warren. We talked about the fact that the Cathedral College, they started looking better as the game went on. I've got a bit of a question mark over Emmaus. They've got a lot more bigger bodies on that field. What happens when some of those big players like Nyland, they start getting tired, and this nimble outfit of the Cathedral College, they might start finding a bit of late game ascendancy?
Well, yeah, the only time's going to tell that. I mean, I think you can make so many interchanges. You're allowed 10 interchanges over 60 minutes with 4 players interchanging, from possibilities of 4 or 5 or 6 even on the bench. So to me, you've got enough interchanges to keep fresh legs on the field.
And they're all sprightly young men too. They should be able to go for 2 hours as the Cathedral College, just over halfway, looking to make some inroads, but they're not going to get too far past Josh Nyland. He must have heard me questioning his fitness here in the second half, because he's put on a cracking good shot as Walker brings it up. 29 out, the Cathedral College. They want to strike first here after the break. Little pop away there for Biles. Gets free. Everingham's up next.
Yeah, Biles and Syrup working that left side there.
Coomber, 1 out. Syrup, little chip over the top. It's gobbled up though. And Emmaus College back with possession. 5 metres out from their own line. Here's Barclay.
One thing about Emmaus College, they've got 6 touch football representative players in the side, particularly the half and 5/8, or the backs really right across. So they've got that speed and agility. But now the penalty goes against them.
So Emmaus College, they're getting a hall pass here. They'll bite off about 15 or 20 metres. And they'll get to start again. And the sun well and truly setting here in Rockhampton. It's been a wonderful day, a high of 29. Mercury sure to drop in the coming 30 minutes. It'll add another layer of complexity to this game as the crowd questions that shot from Elijah Mackay. A tad high, here it is with Lepetti. He's a local kickboxing champion. Lepetti, as Emmaus College look to be champions themselves in rumble, right through the middle and scrabbling for the line. It'll be try time for Emmaus. They score first after the break.
Well, great work by Liam Barnes in the lead up here. He was on the charge, but then scoring the try. Caleb Hare has managed to drive to the line. Players coming from all directions, but 3 players really involved in that charge from Emmaus College, but the key one was Liam Barnes. He was looking for support, but he kept darting, changing direction and carrying the ball further downfield. Had the support he needed when it mattered, and that's a big blow to the hopes of Cathedral College to concede the first points of the second half and go down by 16-6 with the conversion kick still to come.
Yeah, Emmaus, they're playing a very hungry style of game at the moment. Every contact, they're playing it like it's their last. We saw that try. He was on all fours, and if he wasn't held down, he scrambled. 2.5 metres on the deck. He made that line, makes that 4 points, and makes the bigger advantage for his team.
Yeah, a lot of determination out there from Emmaus College. Particularly, I've been impressed with their forwards right through the game.
Now another kick here for Walker. He gets this one, he notches up 40 points for the season. So the co-captain in the twilight times here at Rockhampton. kicks it over and brings up 40 points for himself in 2023. And Emmaus College go out to a 12-point lead here in the grand final.
You can see Matua Brown bring it back for Cathedral College, and just think they need to provide a bit more foundation to let him loose. We've seen that he is very dangerous. We know he's got great speed, but we haven't seen a lot of him in the game. He's still a key for them, but if they can just get that foundation through the forwards, get a bit of field position, and then with a bit of freedom in attack, let the fullback go to work.
Now Emmaus happy to rub. Oh no, and the offload from Nylon. He's forced his hand. This could be the opening that the Cathedral College had been waiting for. They start from a very handy platform.
Well, that was a tremendous run by Nylon, bringing the kick back. It was ferocious the way he came back at them. Hit the defence, bounced back, offloaded. Was a good pass right on the chest. His teammate just wasn't aware of it, and down it went.
Now the Cathedral College in the driver's seat, 12 metres away. It's been a hot minute since they last put some points on the scoreboard, and they're going to need to come away with something here. Brown out tidily for Mackay. Mackay still going forward. They don't bring him down immediately. Matua Brown. More players coming in on hot lines looking for a way through, but the Emmaus defence is holding fast. Across the park they go. Now a little left-hand fend there from Lana looking to go forward. Emmaus have been so strong on their try line today, but this one will be held up for a minute. And then full extension, Jack Biles. He scored one last week. He scored one against Emmaus all the way back in round one, and he'll get another one against them today.
And what an important try that is. Off the mistake after Nylon tried the offload and it was dropped. Cathedral College able to attack. As I said, once you get to this end of the field, you have that sense of freedom when you're in the attacking zone. And it was Syrup going to the left side, picked up a strong running Jack Biles. He's powerful, just kept pushing away from attempted tackles as they came at him. Very, very big boy for this, I guess at this stage, the under 17s or 18s as they are in year 12. But he powered to the line. Well,
Capra's Mal Meninga squad member, a talented back rower, and I'm told he's been one of TCC's best this season. And I think in these clutch moments, it's going to be the Jack Biles that need to stand up and say that we're worthy to be here, we want to progress through, we still want to stay in this fight over the next 6 weeks.
And they've done just that with that try. Plenty of time left in the game. This conversion's important, though.
Zach Bateman. He's got an impressive haul himself in 2023. Effortless style reaps the rewards. Cathedral College get themselves back within 6, and this game has a strong pulse with 22 minutes and change left.
Yeah, that was very important that they got the next try, and particularly to bounce back straight after Emmaus had opened the second half with a 6-pointer. Game on.
Emmaus for the restart. And we look at some historical records from this year, of course, with Confro been and gone over the break. For Emmaus College, they actually went down to St Brendan's in the final, 18 points to 10 after having a 4-0 lead at half time. But the Cathedral College, they finished up in 7th, downing Iona, 22 points to 16. So for both sides, they've gone one better than they've did in Confro. They've beaten old adversaries and they're challenging well. So both programs showing some real growth, and I think that's exciting. Now on the left-hand side, Cathedral College looking to stake their claim up over the halfway line. Nice little carry there from Lana. Now it's here with Everingham.
Been a good set so far.
35 out, over to the left goes Coomba. They give it to Syrup. Orchestrated that last try, but now another little error from Emmaus. And could this be the beginning of the Cathedral College's comeback?
Well, that bomb from Syrup causing problems at the back. It really should have been taken. 2 men. I don't know if anyone clearly called for it so that one could just settle under it and concentrate. Seemed to be a little bit of confusion, and down it went. So here's the scrum packing 10 metres out. And can Cathedral College convert this into more points?
At the moment, you get a bit of a David and Goliath feel about these two teams, and the Cathedral College, they're bringing themselves back into the fray. And really liking Curtis Syrup, ball in hand, his second year in this team, gets the offload tidily away for Bateman. 1 out. Mobilising fast is Coomber. Here it is for Brown. Goes himself. The national schoolboy is strutting his stuff in Rockhampton and putting Emmaus on notice.
Well, Matua Brown, he just slides and glides through the defence there. Beautiful football by this young star, as we mentioned earlier, signed by the Cowboys until the end of 2025, but he did it all himself off the scrum there, just got the pass and then took off. He is a beautiful mover. There's a few good ones in the NRL now, but you can see that he's got that stride. He just glides and swerves away from tackles. Beautiful try.
Just interprets what the defence is capable of doing. I think it's a talent we all wish we had, Warren. You might have had it back in the day, but
well, I don't think I was a glider and a slider. I was a bit of a stepper, but I'd be happy to have his ability and his speed as well.
Man, I was a forward, so I just linear, straight lines. Let the weight and mass do the rest.
But yeah, you go back. The scrum was set because Emmaus put that bomb from Syrup down. It was a high bomb. Bombs have caused some problems for both teams. It doesn't appear to be a particularly strong breeze today, but I think it might be nerves, and you've got to make a clear call underneath the ball as well. So that mistake from Emmaus opened the door for Brown to score from the scrum.
That's the second one in a row now. 2 mistakes, 2 tries have resulted for the Cathedral College. As Bateman goes hey diddle diddle right up the middle, and now it's a tied match, 18 points all, and we've still got a gosh dang 20 minutes left.
Well, exciting 20 minutes it's going to be. You can imagine the tension in these players. It's a big deal to be playing in the Dolphin Cup Grand Final. It means a lot to them. They won't forget this day. In 30 or 40 years' time, if you ask them what happened in that Grand Final, they'll remember the key moments for sure. So the tension's there. They've got to be strong in the mind as well as in the body coming home through the last 20.
Well, you've got to be having an eye on what's happening after this victory. The winner today, we're playing the winner of St Patrick's College versus Kerwin State High School with the Aaron Payne Cup. So that's all coming here on Community TV across the week. Thursday afternoon, I believe, Warren?
Yeah, 5 o'clock. That'll be at Queensland Country Bank Stadium. The curtain raiser to the Sharks versus the Cowboys, yes.
Yes, exciting times. And that's another great initiative. What a great experience it'll be this year. I believe earlier in the year, I have to remember who it was. There was a curtain raiser on the Gold Coast for the Titans, I believe it was. Oh, it'll come to me. Marsden and Keebra Park played each other as a curtain raiser for one of the Titans games. I think that in itself, that's a special thing as well. And we know a lot of these players, they're going to go on to higher honours, but some of them, this might be the greatest footy they get to play in their lives. So lots of great memories forged and playing with their mates.
Absolutely. No, there's no doubt about that. And this set has started well. Another set starter, a penalty for Cathedral College. Now, this is where it began on the last try.
And Biles up the left. There's definitely a pattern emerging here. A few little errors from Emmaus and the Cathedral College. They've weathered the storm of the opening 40 minutes, and now they're looking to attack and twist the screws themselves. Syrup.
Young Jake Coomber, number 14, a year 10 player.
He's been busy at dummy half as the little kick through from Biles will have too much weight. It'll go long, and Emmaus looking a bit off their feet at the moment, Warren.
Well, they are, but that really takes the pressure off them. That kick from Biles, too long. If that had been a good kick, the pressure, you could feel it starting to build big time.
Emmaus, some rare possession here in the second half. They've been starved for the last 14 minutes. We're into the final quarter of this grand final. It's all locked up, 18 points all here at Brown Park. As Emmaus enlists the talents of Sam Durkin. Scored 4 tries this year. Didn't find any last week, nor did he find any in this game so far. Adams, one of 3 players into the starting lineup. Zachary Adams, Charlie Harris coming in off the bench, Sam Lau as well, getting in and around it in the side this week. Hare up over the 30-metre line, tackles are dwindling. In the pocket, Isaac Walker keeping his eyes on proceedings. Tarima
keeping it tight so far here, Emmaus.
Tarima, they haven't put him down yet. Here it is now for Walker. Flies it out for Hone. One more pass, but it'll skittle past the ankles of Doyle, and now the Cathedral College have scooped it up, and that'll be an opportunity gone wanting for Emmaus.
Yeah, the pass there from Hone. He tried to float a long one out to his centre, Doyle, but it didn't find the mark.
Another great carry from Mackay. Really drawing these tackles out, beating first defenders. And they're showing some great continuity through the tackles at the moment. Nice carry there from Wogan.
Barclay slow to his feet after making a tackle.
Coomber works it out to the left. Plenty going on here with Jack Biles taking the tackle there. 20 metres out, looking to bring it midfield. Whoa, big contact, the ball spits out. It'll be play on is the call. There's the offload, back into the hands of Bateman. One more pass out for Sibley. Back inside it goes for Mackay. Another pass inside for Lana. Lana is in quicksand, and I don't think he's going to have the strength or the legs to go all the way. They're just short. Coomber back here for Brown. What can the Magic Man do? Pops it away for Mackay. Emmaus holding firm.
Last tackle. I'll have to hand it over. Yeah, Mackay's been very strong. He got a couple of passes away there as well, which kept the attack flowing. But in the end, going to ground at the end of the set with no kick on it, just to have provided the real polish on it. They got the advantage. It was a big tackle from Emmaus. One of the forwards hit hard and caused the ball to come loose. It almost caused them to concede a try.
So we're locked scores at the moment. Warren, worst case scenario, if we see it all tied up, what can everyone at home expect?
Well, if it is 18 all after 60 minutes, we go to 5 minutes each way, golden point. After that, it depends who scored the first try, and of course that would be the Cathedral College.
So the Cathedral College, they've got the ball back, and Matua Brown takes the first carry, wears a big shot for his efforts. And Sibley gets the next one. Emmaus lifting the intensity.
The battle's really on here. Both teams are trying to lift, and they are in defence. It's getting stronger and stronger. The hits are very, very punishing.
And the crowd's really leaning into them too. A lot of hometown pride on the line between these two season contenders. Now the Cathedral College up over halfway. There's another good carry for Biles. Left-hand side of the field. He's had the lease on that as the kick downtown. Flies high and out on the full, and that'll be an error that could allow Emmaus into some territory they just haven't been at for the last 20 minutes.
Yeah, you can't underestimate how important a good kicking game is to put that out on the full. Yeah, we saw another one go over the dead ball line not long ago. You just have to control that last play to maximise the impact of a set.
Oh, we want to talk about great kickers, great players, especially around Emmaus College. They've had some real talents come out of that school. Reese Wesser, Anthony Griffin, Sam Hawke, Cam Munster.
Cam Munster.
Everyone knows that.
That's hard to top.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of pride in the jersey. I'm sure there's a lot of former Emmaus players either there at the ground today or watching online with us here. Barnes pops it away to Rima. A rugby union background, a hard worker with a big motor. Also quite a big frame too. Down to the left, running in it. in the short corridor, Zach Adams.
Both teams really have tightened up. It's more conservative, the attack. It's one out, but it's hard.
Walker passes it out behind. One more pass here for Doyle. Doyle, he's had a few opportunities on this left wing today. He gets the ball, but this Cathedral defence, it's shutting him down before he can do anything with it.
And they've run out of tackles here, Emmaus, as did the Cathedral College at the other end, going to ground on the last. You'd think that, the halfback or the captain's got to get in there, organise the play, put a kick on the end of it to maximise, as I said, the effect of the set. But nevertheless, it's not the worst position in the world to hand over possession 10 metres out.
That failed field goal in the first half is looking pretty attractive right now.
Yeah, it was looking like a good option to go for it, and unfortunately didn't get it.
Will we see another one of those in the next 10 minutes? These teams are locked. With 10 minutes left in the season for one team. But which one will it be, as we see a wonderful carry up that left-hand side from Francis Darkin, the border from Warrabinda, grade 11er. Here in the middle of the park, Hugh Everingham, they eventually subdue him. They're 15 metres out, little niggle around the tackle, and they're going to pay for it. That is not the answer that Emmaus needed.
No, to give away the penalty, that is a deadly mistake. It was a great run down the edge from Darkin down that left wing. He got the long ball and flew down the wing to put them into the opposition half, and then a little bit of panic in Emmaus trying to slow it down from there. Gives away the penalty, so this might break the deadlock. Now, Zach Bateman has been kicking so far, 3 from 3. We've seen Jake Coomber getting into dummy half. Now is Bateman still there to take this shot from a handy position, only about 18 metres out. There he is, yeah. So Zach Bateman is there, but from about 18 metres out, 10 metres or so to the left of the posts, very kickable for him. So they scored the first points of the match, Cathedral College, to lead 6-0, but then were down 12-6 at half-time, went further behind at 18-6, and then they've clambered their way back into the match.
So fun stat here, Zach Bateman, 11 conversions this season. Quite good numbers. He's been very good off the toe. He got them across the line last week against St Brendan's. So a very reliable asset. He plays big minutes every week, and that's why.
Well, that is a vital kick and a brilliant kick under pressure. Any other time down the park, he'd knock that over nonchalantly, but on this occasion, when the grand final of the Dolphin Cup is hanging on it, that is a great kick.
Now Emmaus, they're taking their time coming back for this restart. 7.5 minutes left. Down by 2. They're not throwing the baby out with the bathwater quite yet, but they're going to have to get a move along. They're going to have to up a gear. They're going to have to change the attitude, and they're going to have to come back and create something here, manufacture something, because right now, Cathedral, they have the game by the hip. Good first up carry. Coming from Sibley, but more shenanigans around the tackle and the ruck. Emmaus need to get out of their own way, and is that another player on report?
On report, yes. No sin bin, but on report. Lachlan Hooper sin bin in the first half. So they certainly had the advantage of some useful penalties from around this position in the second half. Is this going to find touch? Yes, it will. Sarup got a little worried there. He suddenly started chasing it.
What have I done? It's all on the line here for these two sides. The Cathedral College in the lead by 2. Fresh set starting from the middle of the field. And they're going to get themselves rumbling towards that end. You've got to keep your eyes on Zach Bateman. He'll sit in the pocket. Will he look for another field goal? Potentially. As Cathedral College playing it sensible, getting that ball offloaded beautifully to Matua Brown. Up over the 10-metre line. Brown. Everything he touches turns to gold. Now, middle of the park, little kick from Sutton. It's going to be allowed to bounce, but Emmaus College, they'll get their first, kick it into touch. It's not over yet.
Yeah, good work by Clancy Hone there to come across in cover, towed the ball away, but it forces Emmaus to a dropout. So there's no let up.
It's really into the second half. It's just been all Cathedral ball.
Yeah, they've dominated.
Now a contestable restart. 2 players are up, and it comes up with Emmaus.
Great short kickoff to the 20.
Might have a player down here.
A little bit of argy-bargy going on.
Contest. I know it's an important player too. Isaac Walker. He's definitely a player that Emmaus need to keep on the park for the next 5 minutes if they have any hope of trying to come back from behind and get the win. They need the boot, they need the skill.
Now the touch judge consulting with the referee, Toby Bateman, was involved from Cathedral College. But I don't think, no action's going to be taken. It was just a couple of words between the players, nothing more.
Now Emmaus with some rare possession here in the second half. 5 minutes, 4.5 minutes left, mind you, as they give it to Tarima. Tarima pumps the tree trunks and drags them for another 5 or 10 metres. They can't subdue him. Gets it up to halfway. That's a quality carry from the prop. Now on the right-hand side, a good run from Durkin. Trying to rediscover that momentum from the first half. Parr.
Good tackles.
Here it is with Walker, kicks it in behind. It'll be allowed to bounce. Scooped up here by Carpenter. He's off. Carpenter! Has he just gotten his second and put his team into the lead? Yes, he has.
That is a sensational piece of football by Emmaus College. Just brilliant work. Isaac Walker with a chip into space. It was allowed to bounce, and the flying fullback Seth Carpenter took it brilliantly, swerved away from 1 or 2 defenders, raced to the line. That is an outstanding and really, you've got to back yourself if you're going to put that little kick into space there. I thought he was just going to play it for the corner, but instead he had his fullback wired up. They knew what was going on. The two of them were communicating with each other. Brilliant short kick. But on the other hand, you would say the Cathedral College very slow to cover that kick into the space just over behind the line.
I think it's what you said was right. I think the Cathedral College, they'd seen a lot of kicks going wide for Doyle on this left-hand side, going for the crossfield kicks, but I don't think they would have imagined that Walker would have had such a deft touch and just threw it in behind the play, and then for it to be executed so well with Carpenter.
Yeah, it was very short, wasn't it? Only went about 5 or 10 metres over the head.
High risk, high reward though.
Yeah, for sure. So right in front now to make it a 4-point lead.
A game that just won't give up. Powers into the final 2.5 minutes with Emmaus College remarkably retaking the lead by 4. 4 points in my books, though. I don't think that's enough of a lead for them to get complacent.
And of course, the critical play really a couple of minutes ago was the short dropout by Emmaus. When they got it back, got possession, go down the field, and then Carpenter pulls a rabbit out of a hat. Short kick-off by Cathedral College now.
No, but it's fielded well. There's Atua Brown. Sacks Isaac Walker. But now it is with Emmaus. Minute 45 left on the clock. They've got one hand on the trophy. What can the Cathedral College muster here? Tarima. These are the seconds that define all the stories that will come from this night, this wintry night in Rockhampton. As Emmaus College, they got out to a great start. And the Cathedral College fight their way into the lead, but then Emmaus, they stuck with it. And as we look down the final minute 15, they have the lead. Now the kick coming here from Hone, it ricochets off. It'll be a set again for Emmaus and Carpenter.
Yeah, referee said it was played at, so 6 more tackles.
Have to think, 55 seconds left. They just need to hold on to this ball, and it'll be the Dolphin Cup in their hands for 2023. Here's Nylon. One out off the ruck, looking strong, carries it up within 20. Barnes off the back, pops it cleanly for Lepetti. Lepetti's up over the 10. 30 seconds left. Over to the right-hand side, they enlist Tarima and his power. But that'll be the final tackle of the set. Barnes fires it out. Oh, it ricochets off some ankles. Now a kick gets played as well. On top of it nicely is Biles. He'll have to ground it.
I think he's ruled a knock on here by Emmaus, so one last chance here for Cathedral College.
4 seconds left. They need to go now or it's not going to happen. The Cathedral College with possession.
Yeah, they can't afford to hit it up here. They have to throw it around.
They've got to keep it live, trying to find a way through if they have any hope to do the impossible and win this match from behind. Brown pops it back inside. An attacking kick. It'll be allowed to bounce and run. Here we go. Running onto it with some speed was Mackay. But the ball flies into touch. And that will be full time. Emmaus College are your 2023 Dolphin Cup champions. They defeat the Cathedral College 24 points to 20.